Good morning, y'all. Oh, my shoes. Hold on. Ooh. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all today? Hopefully, you all are well. Good morning, everybody. My coffee is in the thing. I need to get these books up. Mm. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning to everybody that I missed. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is this up? Because I be watching this when I go to sleep. Good morning. I'm making my coffee and I'm going to run to the restroom. And you're going to need your Bible Gateway today. I figured out how to restart my iPad, but it hasn't restarted yet. You were approved. Congratulations. Congratulations, Pumpkin. We know what God doing around here. You hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Give me a second. Let me go to the bathroom and get my coffee. You're gonna need Bible Gateway today. Ooh-wee. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm running a little bit behind this morning. Good morning, everybody. All right. How y'all been? Hopefully, y'all been okay. Everybody been good. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody that I didn't say good morning to. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Listen, y'all. I think a little bit. These glasses are always dirty, baby. Do you hear me? They're always dirty. My oily handprints. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Y'all, I want to address something. And y'all know I don't be putting our business out in the streets and stuff like that. But I want to say this. If you email me and you don't get the response that you want, that is not my problem. Okay? I'm not God. And if you have issues, some issues, God is the only person that can help you. Okay? All right? Y'all hear me? Because sometimes I get some crazy emails, and people don't know me personally. So if there's questions that you ask and you don't get the answer that you like, that don't got nothing to do with me. Okay? I'm gonna give you what I got. If that ain't enough for you, go find it somewhere else. Do you hear me? Because folks be talking lightweight slick in my email. I don't know. On the other side of this thing, I really don't know people. I don't owe anybody anything. Absolutely nothing. I give my time here for free. Okay? So I want y'all to understand. I don't got to give you the answer you want. And if you don't like my answer, then you need to go find an answer somewhere else. Okay? Do you hear me? Because folks like to talk crazy and say little slick stuff. Baby, I don't, not being funny, but most of us have never even met in person. So if you don't like the answer that I give you, don't worry about it. Just go find it somewhere else. Okay? I know my job. I know what I'm supposed to do. And if God don't give me an answer to give you, I don't have one. I don't make up stuff. Okay? Y'all got me? Huh? If I don't have it to do, we're not going to do it. Nobody knows what be going on behind these doors, behind this screen, okay? Whether it's financially or whatever else. And I do the best that I can. I am not God. So if you're looking for information and I don't have it, that probably means you need to look somewhere else. Okay? You said 4 years strong, here to know that Dad will solve all we come. Right. Okay. I just want y'all to understand that I am one person and I'm not God. So if you don't like the answers that I give you, maybe this is not the community for you. But what y'all won't do is talk slick in my email. Okay? I'm real tired of that. It's been 4 years now and folks feel like they can say whatever they want. You don't even have to be over here. You're not forced to be here. So let me say that before we start. Now, good morning, Equa. Okay? Y'all got me? I love, now this ain't to the people I love. This is to the people that feel like I owe them something. I don't owe nobody nothing. Not a thing. Not even words. I don't owe anybody anything. If I don't even respond, I don't owe you nothing. Do you understand? I have my, like, prime example, and I'm going to say this. I asked y'all to pray for one uncle the other day. Remember? Guess what? Got a call yesterday while I was taking a nap because I didn't feel good that my other uncle is on life support, and when his heart stops, they're not going to restart it. So, again, you cannot be that selfish to think that I'm supposed to respond to you immediately and all of this stuff. Like, I don't have a real life going on outside of this. Okay? If it takes me 3 weeks to get back to you, I might have something else going on in my own life. You cannot be that selfish. And just because I don't tell y'all my business doesn't mean that I'm not going through things. Okay? Do you hear me? I go through things the same way that y'all do. And I respond when I can. Maybe I don't have the mental capacity to do so, or whatever, or maybe I don't have the answer. That's when you go to God for it. I am not a guru. I'm not whatever. I am a human being that has emotions and feelings. My kids is going through stuff. One of my kids, or two of my kids, actually 3 of my kids this week lost their jobs. Does that matter to anybody else? No. Okay, so I be going through my own stuff, and folks is selfish, thinking I'm just most of these influencers don't even respond to people. You get a recorded message. Look, there go my kid calling me right now. You hear me? So don't be selfish like that. Folks is real crazy, and they think they're owed something that they're not owed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't do that. And I be trying to be cool, but yeah, be considerate. Crazy. Yes, I am. I was just talking about y'all. I love you. Yeah. That guy, this stuff. That I'm going through stuff and people need to quit being selfish because I be having stuff going on in my own family. Hello. My kids is going through things as well. So, you said amen. Right. Are you, amen to amen. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Can I call you back after class? I just got in class. You know y'all do that. It's just like when mom used to go to the bathroom. Literally, I've been in here about, well, it's been on 10 minutes, but I've been in here about 3 or 4. So Are you and the baby doing okay? Okay. I'm gonna can you send me your thing again so I can share it, please? Please, because you know my I love you. I I know, girl. Mom, did you hear about hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. So no, see, yeah, send it to my phone. Yeah. Okay, I love you. Bye. Auntie, tell them we praying for them. I just went through that, right? I just, I'm not fussing. I just be thinking that sometimes I don't know what people feel. I guess they feel like I'm not a real person or something. And I'm not making this about me, but I think sometimes people are so inconsiderate. Like, oh, you didn't give me the answer I want, so that don't have nothing to do with me. You understand? It don't have anything to do with me. Okay? I be going through my own stuff, so be cool. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like my answers, then you need to find them somewhere else. If you don't feel like I'm giving you what you need, you are not forced to be here. Okay? But you're not going to irritate me and be all up in my email talking crazy or having an attitude because I don't have to deal with you. You're a stranger to me. Period. Okay? Also, we are not, because I've had people reach out for help, but it don't really be help. We are not here to take care of you monthly. Do y'all understand that? I know the people that's been here a long time do, but I think some of the new people that come in, when they hear that we help, they try to finagle in, oh, well, I'm going through this and hold on. Baby, you can't even go to the CAP office and ask them to pay your bills every month or whatever else it is. So if you are trying to start a business, whatever it is, that's not what we do here. That's not this type of organization. We're not going to fund you while you are starting your business and all of that stuff. That's not the type of help we give out here. Okay? We help in dire need situations like your lights is about to get turned off, your water about to get turned off, you're about to get evicted. And even with that, we can only give out of what we have. Do y'all hear me? So if we don't have it or we only have a portion to give you, that's what we have. Everybody is struggling. We do not get any funding from the state or any of those things. So if we don't have the finances to give you $5,000, we don't have it. Hell, we ain't never had that. You understand what I'm saying? So folks come in here and they be like, oh, they help. Oh, okay, well, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. But whole time you just want somebody to take care of you. That's not what we do here. You cannot go nowhere and ask no organization to pay your bills every single month, to pay your rent, to fund your business, to do this and that. And we don't that you need to go find an organization that helps with those things, like the Small Business Association, not over here. Okay? Period. So I need y'all, not the people that's been here, but folks, it's coming. I don't know what folks be thinking, but I need to clear that up. No, no, no. I'm just saying, we help in what we can, right? We help and we do what we can, but we're not here to fund your life and let you live a little comfortable life because we don't even live comfortable lives. Hell, I don't live a comfortable life, not like that. I put my twos and fews together still. And I don't get in here asking nobody for nothing. I deal with whatever I have to deal with. Okay? So I need people to understand that. I don't like selfish people. I don't like greedy people. And if you are either one of those, you're not going to like it here. Okay? You said, sister, it's a one and done thing out here. Programs ain't helping people months to month. Right. And folks feel like, I don't know. I don't know what they feel. But if we can help, we do. But it be a lot of folks that be expecting a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like, no. Mm-mm. And I don't care if you get mad about it. It don't matter. No word. That's an issue you're going to have to take up with the Lord. And not me. So, that being said, and we help people more than once. We have, right? But because our stuff is based on what the community sends in, then we have to help in our range of what we can. So if we only got $200 to help you, and then $200 to help somebody else, and $200 to help somebody else, that's all we got. That's it. We can't pay your whole rent. We can't pay your whole. We can't. Okay? So people need to understand that. Okay? Please. And I don't even know why I have to keep saying this, but it keeps happening. So with that, if we can help you, we will. But every single month, we're not paying your light bill. Every single month, we're not paying your water bill. We're not doing that. That's not what we do. Because then I'm going to have to ask you, what you doing with your money? Huh? I know everybody's struggling, but where you spending your money at? Because we don't ask you for a list of your income like most people do. We only ask for the bill. And then two, we've had some folks that's, oh, can you send it to this person, Cash App, and that person? No, we cannot. If it don't match your name, we're not sending it. Because it's a lot of scammers out here. It's a lot of people that be trying to get over. They'll change their email, change their name, and all this old stuff. So just understand, good morning. I'm not an idiot, and I'm not slow. Okay? And that's not to, I'm just telling you, folks be trying to run game. Don't think because I love the Lord that I wasn't ever in the streets. Two, I don't have to tell you my personal business. Whatever I do or whatever I use to do what I do here or however that works, I don't have to tell you nothing. You're not going into Walmart and asking them, well, how did you do this? And how you're not doing that. So be cool, okay? You come here, you learn. If we can help you, we will. If we can't, we can't. And that's just it. But most people that do what I do are not handing out nothing. They're taking. Can we agree on that? Huh? Most people that do what I do are asking for people's money and they are keeping it to themselves. They're not giving it right back out. Oh, okay. Because I ain't even gonna hold y'all. There's been plenty of times that I did not have money, but WOIU had money. It happens more times than not. Do you understand? WOIU will have money, but CERCA won't have none. After I pay my bills, then be all, that's it. Y'all don't know that because I don't tell my business, but there's plenty of times that the community has money and my account has $3 in it. Hello. So no, I'm not about to just keep, no, you're not going to get over here when I don't even take it. And sometimes I be needing it. Hello. In real life. So, moving on. And I still won't ask. So, that being said, y'all ready for class? Shoot. You said plenty of times you use your own money to help. Girl, most of the money that gets in here, I don't even keep it for myself. That's why I hate when people be trying to get over. What is you doing? Shoot. And then have an attitude with me. I don't care. I don't care. Moving on. So, that being said, get your mind right. Okay. Y'all ready? I'm sorry that I even have to say this, but it just keeps being a recurring thing, and I be irritated. I really do. So, there's that. Now, Y'all ready? Oh, this one. I hate I gotta say it too. It's I ain't gonna say that word, but the R word. It's real crazy. So, now, being mad that you can't get over on someone is a whole different breed of person. I don't understand. Girl! Like, what is wrong with you? Go away. Please and thank you. I am not like other influencers. I promise you that. You will get a side of me that you don't like. In real life. Okay? So, that being said, I done got hot now. Hold on 1 second. Let me dry my armpits. Listen, these people is crazy. And that's why sometimes I just don't come on here, because I don't be wanting to even have to say none of this stuff. My hair is dry. I don't be wanting to have to say this stuff, but I have to. Because it's like grown folks, it's not grown or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, people are weird. People are weird. Let me go put on a robe, because this sweater ain't going to work. Woo! All right. Here we go. Now, y'all ready for class? Y'all ready? I'm old school, so I don't care about being fake and appeasing people. That's not my job. All right? And I'm not in a bad mood or anything. I'm not sad or any of that. I'm just, I don't care if you like me, if you like, I don't care. I don't. The State of the Unions on the 24th. That will be a show. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying not to think about none of that political stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got other stuff going on. I've been trying to just Jeffrey Epstein, all of that. I've just been. I told God I need a break from everything, from all of that. Like, this world is ending, plain and simple, and they're bombarding us with information, and really ain't none of it useful. So, yesterday, I talked to my family. I've just been trying to decompress from all of the BS that's going on right now. Because it's a lot. So, with that, I love y'all to the people that got some sense. Everybody else, do you hear me? Yeah. Do y'all hear me? And I'm not fussing. We have to keep saying the same thing over, and y'all know how I feel about that kind of crazy stuff. So, thank you so much, Auntie Judy. And that's the thing. Like, I love what we do here. I just don't like when people try to take advantage of what we do. Okay? I love y'all for real. But it's just some people out here that, I don't know. They hustlers, I guess, but you're not going to hustle me. Okay? You're not going to hustle the people that give their hard-earned money. You're not going to do that. I won't even let you do it. No. Everybody's struggling. Everybody having a hard time. Everybody. Okay? So, for you to be that selfish and think that whatever, like, that's crazy. We're not doing that. I don't let people take advantage of the people I love. Now, you might let folks run game on your folks. I'm going to do that. So, anyway. Here we go. use my phone. Yes, I do love y'all. And I'm happy that we've been able to help so many people. We, not I, we, right? Because without y'all, I couldn't do it. But folks be talking crazy, and I be wanting to snap, and the Lord don't let me. He just make me be quiet. Okay. So I love y'all. I do. So we going to Sirach 1 in the Good News translation. SIRACH 1. Thank you, sister. Okay. I really do love y'all, and I really do love what we do here. And we'll help when we can. But if we can't, or the type of help you need, if we can't give it to you, you have to go somewhere else and get it. But please don't send no crazy stuff in my email. Okay. We going to the GNT on Bible Gateway. Good morning. And at least y'all know I be using stuff, cause T and Nicole, baby, I felt this thing cutting me. I said, what's going on, baby? I didn't use this cup till the paint then came off. You hear me? I felt something cut my finger. I said, what's going on, baby? Y'all know I use everything y'all give me, right? Every single thing I do. Y'all want to see something I just realized? Very, very interesting. Now, and I know this is a cup from Harry Potter, right? Why the same stars and amount of stars and the alignment of stars that's on here is on that prayer shawl, like I showed y'all the other day? That's real interesting. Very interesting. And I don't know how I just seen that just right now. I'm still gonna keep using my cup. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. That's real weird. I mean, but this is a cup that has to do with that. It makes sense that it's here. It don't make no sense that it's over there on that prayer shawl. So I need to clean up this room too. I'm probably gonna do that today while I talk to my daughter and my son. All right. It is warm. It's not warm outside. It's real cold outside. I had to turn my heat on. Was it summer for y'all yesterday and now it's winter again? Yes, no, maybe so. Huh? Yes. Baby, it was so hot the last 2 days, 3 days. Woke up this morning. Baby, it was free. I woke up in my room because I had turned the heat off. Or down to like 60 something. Yes, it was 76 yesterday. Now it's 51. Girl, it was 70, 69. Then it went down to 25 last night. Makes no sense. You said it's hot in Alabama. Right. Well, how was it 70 yesterday? And then it goes all the way down to 25. Now it's freezing. It was raining. It started raining and all of that yesterday. It snowed a little in Illinois. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some of it today because, baby, I went outside. It was cold. Freezing. All right. So, we at Sirach 1. Sirach. Y'all ready? Good News Translation, the GNT. It's been super cold here and rainy. Right. This weather don't know what I want to do. Yes, last night we had a mini tsunami for like 5 minutes. Are you serious? The wind was blowing hard. It woke me up last night. Y'all had some real crazy fog, thicker than thick yesterday. It rained really hard. Girl, they playing with the weather so bad. Now, I will say this. Y'all see they said all them planes is going everywhere? Because we at Raw for real with Nari. Y'all see we at Raw with Nari? SIRA CH. SIR. I'm sorry, SIRACH. Good morning, Pumpkin. Good morning. Good morning, Antoinette. Good morning. Yeah, we at Raw would not read. Ain't it crazy that we studied a lot about Nari and then they all over the news? I'm just gonna keep saying that. It's real crazy. You saw a celebrity in another country, they running. They know what's up. And that's why the Lord told us just get ready to bunker down, because folks again think that this is only going to be in two places, and it's happening everywhere. Mm-hmm. It is. I should have brought women. I know why it's cold in here. I took my heater. Y'all made some more cornmeal mix yesterday. Why they messed up? So I just had to nigga rig it. I had to nigga rig. Ew, it's freezing. It's got flour on it and everything. Baby, I had to nigger rig it. I ended up putting too much baking powder and too much baking soda. So I just doubled the recipe and didn't put no baking powder and no baking soda in there and shook it up. We gonna do it. We gonna do it around here because we're not wasting nothing. You hear me? And did nigger rig it. And did. All right, let's get this going. We in CERCA 1. So here we go. The law, the prophets, and the latter writers have left us a wealth of valuable teachings. Do you feel like that? Huh? Do you? You feel like the writings that we have access to are valuable? For sure. Yes. Are you happy that they took the time to write down the information that God shared with them? Yes, you are. You sure are? Okay. Y'all know what this means, right? I thought that was a spider. So if you so happy that they wrote down information to leave for you, why you don't write it down to leave it for somebody else? Yeah. Why you don't journal then when God tell you stuff? Why you not writing and leaving the date on the 15th in the reign of Donald Trump in the 4th year? Because you greedy and selfish and you only want it for yourself? You said you didn't set us up. I was just wondering, is you leaving something? Because the people before the flood probably didn't think we was going to have no access to their writings. The people in Jesus' times, you said, here you go, Keisha. Listen. Huh? When God brings something, Auntie, not, wait a minute. The book of you, Dean done taught me to journal. So there, okay. God put something on your mind. You said, dang, let me suit up first. Look, you said, I'm just saying. You said, where's Queen? Somebody in here already throwing tomatoes. Huh? You said they better go read these books. No. You have to share the information. Okay, what if Isaiah or Ezekiel or Enoch didn't write down what God showed them? The things that he told them. What if they didn't write down the questions that they had? We would not get You asking something above your pay grade. We wouldn't even know that the angels came and God gave them that information. You don't know if your book is going to be used in the New Jerusalem. We would not have the information that we have today. Come on. Do you understand? Even the questions that you have for God, why are you not writing them down? I'm going to put this in my journal. Dean pulled a shield on me for not journaling. Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to know. Huh? Because we wouldn't know the questions that Ezra asked, or Elijah, or any of those people. We wouldn't know. And so then we wouldn't have the answers to a lot of our problems today. Don't be selfish. You don't know if there's going to be a book of She Not Me, or a book of Bluehead Island Gal, or Antoinette, or a book of Isabel, or a book of Keisha, Selena, Shaniqua. Well, we know you got a book. My daughter was just getting on me last night to write. This is confirmation for me. Get her, niece. Get her. Hey, Naisha. You said, man, Ezra be asking all the questions right, so why don't you? Is the wisdom hidden from you because you don't ask? Definitely a book of CERCA. Definitely. Have you not just prayed about it, but do you write down the questions that you have? So that someone later on, right, Tony? Hello. You said we was up till about 1 in the morning talking. Okay. What questions are you writing down so that God can give you the answers, so that people that come after you can see that, one, they're not the first person to ask this question, and two, that you actually got an answer. Do you realize that's what that proves for us? That God does answer prayer, that He does answer questions, that He wants to give us wisdom. Do you see how He laid that out? Huh? Remember, I told y'all there are questions that I asked in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. He didn't answer some of them until I met y'all. And there are questions that I asked in 2022 that He's not answering until now. But you have to write it down so that you can get the information. Yes, He can get it from you praying, definitely. But how will you have proof that that's what you asked God? You said like a 2-year-old asking why over and over. Exactly. He said, make a record of it. Confirmation that I need to write down the question I had yesterday. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I feel like Dad sent you to slap me up beside my hair for not journaling as much. This is confirmation. You said that is it. As soon as we get off, I got to order my books. Okay. 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 You said, all my notes and journaling will have one wondering and trying to put it all together as I have them everywhere. Mine will be like a scavenger hunt. Girl, mine is too. Mine is too. But have we not gone on scavenger hunts? We've been in here and asked a question, went to another book, and the answer was right there. In class, this has happened. Yes or no? There was a riddle that we read, and then we found the name of it in the book of Solomon. Remember about the 9-letter name, and we found out it was Emmanuel? Who remembers this? There's been plenty of questions that we have asked as a group, and then we go read something a week later, and it's the answer to the question that we ask. Okay? And we've been able, how many of you have been able to answer questions that people have had about the word, about life, about why they're sick, about all of these different things that you were not able to answer before? Oh, you said me at work. Okay. Dang near getting hit in the face with some answers. Oh, okay. Okay. But you had to do the work. You had to ask, hey, you had to ask, you had to wait on the answer, and then you had to go looking. Wait for God to direct you where to go to get the answer from, who to talk to. Maybe He let you see the answer on a billboard. It doesn't even have to be biblical, just life questions. And with that, if He gave you an answer, you were supposed to be journaling that answer so that the next person that has that same situation, they got the answers. If Paul and Silas and Matthew and all of these people, if the prophets and Abraham and all of these people didn't write down, if somebody didn't chronicle what it was that they went through, we would be lost. Do you agree? Huh? You said, I've never had this much info in my life when it comes to the Bible. Okay. And there's some people that need it. But some people have to see it to start to jumpstart their faith. Even though that's a bad thing, because He said you're supposed to believe it when you don't see it. You might have to take somebody to your journal and say, hey, I asked God this question and He answered it for me. I asked it on this day, and this is the day that I got the answer. 6 months later, 3 months later, but this is where the answer came from. Okay? It is very, very, very important that once God gives you information, you need to write it down. Okay? It's not just for you, it's for the people that are coming after you. Okay? It's important that you record it. That's why this is called wisdom hidden, because if you have wisdom and you don't share it, then that wisdom is hidden from someone else. It might be the answers. God could be giving you the answers to your kids' problems when you're long gone. You don't even know why you wrote it down. You don't even know why God had you looking at a certain thing, because it's not for you. It's for those that are going to come after you. Okay? Why does this feel like air? Oh, because it is air and not heat. Okay. Huh? Okay. Let's keep going. All right. It said we should praise Israel for the instruction and wisdom they provide. But it is not enough that those who read them should gain understanding for themselves. Anyone who values learning should be able to help others by what he himself says and writes. Can I use myself for an example for a minute? What if I held on to all that God had given me in the last 10 years? And I said, it's just enough for me to have the information. I learned it. What if I didn't share it? The studies about demons and medicine and all of those different things. It's not enough for you to know it. And it's not forcing it down anybody's throat, but you have to be willing to share what God has showed you. Now, some people ain't going to receive it. That's not the people you're supposed to be talking to. Okay? You said, I still be on 17 medications and dealing with multiple personalities. We would not have the knowledge and understanding. Don't be selfish. Okay? It's not enough for you to know it. You have to pour into other people. Okay? It says, anyone who values learning, we read that already. That is why my grandfather, Jesus, devoted. Now, y'all know this ain't Jesus, the Savior. This is just, there's a lot of people named Jesus at this time. Y'all know that, right? Right? Jesus was a common name back then. Like Jesus is a common name now. Marie, Todd, things like that, right? Mark, James. Anything with an Isha on the end of it. Okay? Okay. This is why my grandfather Jesus devoted himself to reading the law, the prophets, and the other books of our ancestors. Do you feel like you're one of those people now that has devoted your life to study, and not just biblical things, everything, to understand? Huh? Good job. Oh, you make me proud. Good. Yes, Hey, Sahaber. Okay, good job. It says, after he had mastered them, he was led to write a book of his own in order to share his wisdom and learning with others. Would that be his journal? Because the book of Sirach is the book of the information that God gave him. Hello, is that not a journal? Is it? I'm going to read that again. After he had mastered them, he was led to write a book of his own in order to share his wisdom and learning with others, so that anyone who shared his love for learning should have his book available as well, and be all the more able to live according to the law. You should be journaling as much as you can about all the situations, all the problems, all the things that come up in your life, because when God does it for you, then you are able to share that. Okay, how many of you have had a situation here, right, and you wrote it down on your thank you list and God did it for you? You, 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 you. Okay. So you wrote something down, an issue you were having, or something you wanted to see, or whatever it is, and then God answered for you. Okay. Okay. Now, how many of you have asked someone else to start a thank you list and God did it for them? Whether it be your kids, your friend, your husband, your wife, whoever. You said me, and me. Anybody gave anybody a thank you list or told them, hey, fill this out, and then God did it for them too? Immediately. Interesting. You, Joy? Do you think that person might have shared it with someone else? Huh? So what you learned in wisdom, take the problem to God, make a record of it. Okay. So then that don't apply to you, Keisha, at that moment. No, that don't apply. Only if it worked. There's plenty of people that don't listen, but that don't apply right here. We talking about the people that you gave it to and they did it. So it's okay. But have you then taken what you used, mastered your thank you list of praying for other people that have done you wrong, asking God to bless those that love you, and then asking for yourself at the end? You gave that to somebody else, and then you saw God work for them. Okay? It's the same thing right here. You know that a person is sick, their kidney is bad, or whatever else it is. You can take them to Solomon, or take them to one of the brothers of Jacob and say, listen, I know you think this is crazy, but there's somebody 2,000 years ago that went through exactly what you are going through, and it was because of the way that they were conducting themselves that they were sick. That's wisdom. And you shared the wisdom that God has given you. It's no good if you're the only one that holds on to it. Hello? You hear me? He said, I've been blessed with my daughter coming to Jesus, and she's completely changed. Reading and praying for others, and her whole life is changing. Okay. 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 Huh? Girl, you know you can go back and... She not me, I love you. You know where to find it, girl. Come on now. Sister. You gotta get it while it's hot. We at 51 minutes and 55 seconds. Okay. I love you. Okay. So when you share what God is giving you, you are spreading the wisdom of God. But there are some people that hide the wisdom and they keep it for themselves. Now, some information has a time when it's supposed to be shared. Do you agree? Because it won't be relevant prior to, or if it's too late, it's not useful. Huh? Maybe if God would have given you this information before 22, some of it you wouldn't have taken it because your mind wasn't ready to receive it. Your soul wasn't ready to receive it. So it would have been useless to you because what am I supposed to do with this? He had to wait until the appointed time to give you the information that you need. Okay? Right? How many of you think in 2015 or 2012, you would have received the information of the lost books of the Bible or whatever? Do you think you would have received it? Think about what you was doing in 2012. Some of y'all was too young, but to the older folks, in 2012, would you have received it? No? No? You would not have. Okay. No? Do you think it would have registered the way that it did? You said 2012. I wasn't trying to hear none of that. Nope. Nope. Wasn't trying to. Heck no. Probably not. You said that's true. I don't know if I would have received it before, even though we say all the time, if I had known this back then. Come on, Sarah. Come on. No, ma'am. Definitely not. Too busy being a 66er. Okay. Thank you, Father, for the growth. Oh, probably not. So God waited until the appointed time, but somebody wrote it down. Somebody wrote it down. So and when it was needed, it was available. No, my daughter told me in 2019 and I argued her down. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. So you never know when the information that you have studied is going to be that same eye-opener. You said 2012, I was outside. Girl. Listen. That's when he made me come inside to the outside. You hear me? He said, you're going to sit down. I said, I really don't want to. He said, well, you can lay down and never get back up. Oh, okay, let me go on in here and sit down then. You said you want me to do what? You want me to sit down? Listen, you said he waiting until I was seeking and then I found you. Listen, we found God together. We did. You hear me? Because he said you don't got to get back up. You don't. You do not have to get back up, honey. You can lay right on down. Either you get this wisdom or you don't have to have none. He said 2012, I was outside living a regular life. I didn't know nothing about it. Come on. I needed it back then, but it wasn't until I needed the spiritual ICU that I could receive it. Come on. Come on. Come on. That part, Joy. Right? So it wasn't that the wisdom wasn't there, it was just hidden from us. Do you agree? It was just hidden until we were ready to receive it. But once we received it, girl, listen. Once we received it, then we were able to. Now, we haven't mastered everything, right? But we have dedicated our life to study. We have dedicated our life to understanding. We have dedicated our life to trying to see what it is that God wants us to see and do, and how we're supposed to behave. So in doing that, the wisdom is not hidden to us anymore, and our life has changed. You said my whole life changed in 2021. Like I said, I went from being a fan of Jesus to a follower and learning of him every day. Come on, jack of all trades, master of none. Clock it. Ah! Yes. Yes. You said you need to learn how to build. I think I can help you, but I don't know how to help you finish it. Now, the piping, you're going to have to go help somebody, ask somebody else to help. I don't know nothing about that. Hello. Okay. Do you feel like you are able to live according to the law a little bit better now? You said once I started feeling like there has to be more, that's when he started revealing things. Come on. The things I used to do, I don't do no more. Or be around certain people, I'm good. Come on, auntie. So you just go answer the question before I can ask it? Oh, okay. Now it's a little bit easier for you to live according to the law, is it not? You don't feel like it's a punishment to live according to the law. You're actually grateful for it. You said, I'm outside, but I'm in the house. That part. That part. Yeah. Before, did it feel like punishment to try to walk the way that God wanted? You said yes. Did it feel like punishment to walk the way that God wanted you to walk? You said, yes, ma'am, and I'm thankful. It's a blessing. God knew I wanted to know, but wasn't ready. Come on. Come on. It feel good over here and easy. It do, don't it? It do. You said it did, and oh, but now I see the blessing. Come on. You said I feel so grateful. Okay. Before it was absolutely foreign to me. Okay. So wisdom changed your life. Can you write that down on your paper, that wisdom changed your life? Understanding changed my life. Knowledge changed my life. It's hard, but it's my life. I'm grateful for this community, girl. I'm grateful for God. Listen, not a punishment, but difficult. I didn't understand nothing. Nope, I'm happy to listen and sit down like I should have done. Uh-oh. It's more realistically attainable for me now. High five. High five. I said I need some tissue. Oh, auntie. Listen. Listen. I need you to write down, wisdom changed my life. Knowledge changed my life. And understanding changed my life, because that's what did it. And God is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Jesus is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You heard me? He's the wisest. He's the most knowledgeable. And he understands everything. It's amazing how those 3 simple words can change not only your life, but the lives around you. You said, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful to be here with all of you. I'm happy we're here together too. But I need you to write that down. I'm going to run to the restroom. Wisdom changed my life. Understanding changed my life. Hello? And knowledge changed my life. You put that in your prayers every day. Come on, auntie. If you can, write down 3 books of the Bible, OTP, NTP, whatever, that you have read. And it don't even have to be in those. It could be any of the books that we have read here or that you've read on your own that changed your life. Okay? Can you do that for me? Huh? After my aneurysm, I asked him to remove everything and everybody that didn't mean me no good. Lost everybody, and it opened my eyes. Baby. That, I don't understand why whenever you ask him to remove stuff, that happens quick. When you ask them to send stuff, you be like, the removal prayer? Baby, it's a whole. You will be like, hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Looking at your phone like this is real dry. Real dry. Huh? God, if they ain't supposed to, he said, don't even finish. They'll call you, it's over. I don't want to be your friend no more. Or you found out they've been sneaking you behind your back. Baby, God, if you don't want me to be at this job, they be knocking at your desk like, come have a seat. I just thought it. I didn't even get the thought all the way out. You said Enoch, Ezra, and Solomon. Come on. Whoever said prayers don't happen overnight, baby. Sometimes in the moment. Sometimes in the moment. I remember a situation I was in about 2012, 11. And I said, God, I keep having this feeling. I need you to show me what's going on. Baby, that nigga phone was ringing and he was at the neighbors. And picked it up. And old girl said, can I speak to such and such? I said, who is this? She said, this is his girlfriend. I said, well, this is his fiance. Hello? You his fiance, girl? I said, well, he been living here for 10 months. When do he see you? Huh? I'm talking about instant. If this is what is happening, let me see. That phone said, ring. And I said, well, I don't normally, but something is telling me, go on and hit this button right here. Hit it. Huh? God said, yep, today he needs to go. Today. Right now. I'm talking about instant. What? Oh, yeah. Right. No. I was the fiance, and the girlfriend called. You said, same over here, girl. I said, well, how long y'all been together? Because the 10 months we was apart, I guess that's when they started that situation. And he came home, but he never told me that, hello. I said, well, I'm going to send him on over to you, girl. Do you understand me? I'm trying to tell you. And immediately, I told my daughters, go on and put all that stuff out on the yard, honey. He walked over from the neighbor's house and said, what's going on? I said, you'll need to call a girl that her name start with C and ask her what y'all doing. He called her and cussed her out. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Because you're going to be where she at. I told you, I don't play them kind of games. You're not going to play Russian roulette with my life. Expeditiously, girl. My daughter just talked about it the other day. She said, Mom, that was one of the only times I was so happy you let us throw his stuff out. Baby, I said, throw it in the line. Just take it and go in the closet, get all that. Go on and put it out there. Baby, that stuff was out so fast. You hear me? What we doing? What is we doing here? I set up a meet and greet with all of us and left them both there speechless. Girl. Sir. I don't need, But knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Okay? You don't think that's something. I asked a question, got answered. There was information that I needed. So then I had an understanding of why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And I knew I wasn't tripping. And I knew I wasn't crazy. Hello? Once I got the information I needed, I could make an informed decision. You need to go. You need to get out of here. You said, I know that had about, they had a ball throwing that nigga stuff out. You heard me? And then, they was just talking about it the other day. You saw something, man. So wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it can change your life. Hello. No? And it doesn't always have to be biblical. The information can help you make the right decisions. Good morning, sister. Good morning. You said this book names the first and second book of Adam and Eve. Huh? What are you talking about? Huh? I don't understand. All of this, while you're making, and all of this, you said making an informed decision. Exactly. Exactly. I forget. You might be a little bit behind class. I don't know. Okay. All right. So it says, let me urge you then to read this book carefully and with an open mind. How many of you had to open your mind to read the things that we read right now? Huh? Definitely, Isabel. You, Miss Howard. Huh? You had to. You had to. Alicia, Sarah. Oh, meat and meat, feet and hand. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I just want to know. It says, and please be patient in those places where, in spite of all my diligent efforts, I may not have translated some phrases very well. You don't always have the understanding right away. It has helped me to start asking God questions because of the way Adam. Okay. Huh? Is your level of understanding still at the same level that it was in 22? You said unlearn the old and open up to the truth. Uh-oh. Come on, sister. Huh? Is your level of understanding, wisdom, and knowledge at the same level it was in 22 or 23 or 24 when you got here? No? 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 There are some things that you go back and read right now, you're like, wow, I read this, but now I understand it. You read it in 22, and you got the gist of it. But now you have the understanding and wisdom, okay, to apply it, to know what it's truly saying, right? You can go back now and read other books and put it with other books and be like, I know exactly where this fit in the story. Well, when you first started, that might not have been the case. Right? Because God has grown your wisdom, He's grown your understanding, and He has grown your knowledge. And then how to apply those things. Not just to your spiritual life, but naturally as well. Right? Huh? You said backed up by 2 or 3 other books and making sense. Come on, sis. You said, now I'm the Eru and erudite. Uh-oh. Okay. You hear me? You said, this says Jesus wrote a book. Not that Jesus. You wasn't in here for that. This is a different Jesus, pumpkin. You probably didn't hear that part. There's a lot of people named Jesus at the time. But Jesus did write books. We know that. We've read some of them. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You all right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. It says, and please be patient in those places. Oh, we read that already. What was originally written in Hebrew does not always have exactly the same sense when it is translated into another language. Who's found that out? He said, now I have a whole portrait of what Dad has taught me for the past 4 years. Okay. You want to come in the library? Huh? So have you read the same story in 4 different versions? Or 3 different versions? Or 2 different versions? Huh? You might have read it in the Greek. You might have read it in the Hebrew. You might have read it in the Coptic. And it's because all of these people were moved around. Did the story change because they was moved to Egypt? Because the names was changed. Or, just like I say right now, different languages have different dialect. They have different ways that, like Spanish, all of these different things. So do you just need to look for the base of the story? Did the Hebrew stories about Abraham change when the Israelites went into captivity? Or did they just now speak in the language that they spoke in Egypt? You said definitely true. In some of my devotionals, it will go into what the word in the Hebrew is and what it literally translates to. And they miss some of that emphasis in translation. Exactly. Okay? But even that is walking in wisdom and understanding and knowledge, because you have to learn. So you get the base of it, we'll say KJV, right? But now even when you go back and you look at, okay, everybody on the planet pretty much knows the story of Adam and Eve, right? They teach that in nursery school. Adam and Eve, it was 2 people, they had some kids. But for us to find out how many kids they had, for us to find out where the giants came from, for us to find out that Jesus was talking to Adam and Eve way before he was there, 5,000 years before he was even born. That he was showing up in ancient days. And so then when we hear, I've always been here, we have a different understanding of I've always been here. Because we thought in the spirit. No, in the flesh, he was here. I was with Moses. I was with Abraham. I was with this person. I was with that person. We was thinking in the spirit, right? How many of you thought that? And then to find out that he was showing up physically changed your understanding, did it not? So hearing, I was always with him, I always been here, that hit different. It hits different. I posted something the other day on Substack. How many times have people spoke against other people's nationalities or whatever it is and say, oh, they don't know God, they don't know God? Right? And then you go and you read that picture that I posted on Substack, and it says, oh, Shem's name in Chinese is this. Ham's name is this. Noah's name is this. So can we say that the Chinese don't know God and they literally have the same story, just the names are different? Huh? Because it don't say the name that we used to hearing, then we'll say, oh, they didn't know nothing. But that's not true. Because you haven't done the research to find out who that person is. Right? Lo Shin is Shim. No? I posted that video or that picture so that people can understand you need to quit speaking on things you don't know. Brahma is Abraham. Saraswati is Sarah. Gagar is Hagar. But we will say these things. You said I study Mandarin. It's in the book. Oh, okay. 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 So we would hear them telling a story about Lo Shin, right? Not realizing they're talking about Shem and his line of people. Is that wisdom and knowledge and understanding? So the pieces of our Bible that are missing are in another place. Hello. If we believe that God says after the Garden of Eden and after men started to multiply on the earth, that they spread out, then why don't we think that information about God's people is in other places? When he says, I have sheep in all folds. Huh? You said I have a book called Genesis Roots. Got it for $4 on Amazon and $64. And it says that the Chinese call Adam patriarch dirt. Interesting, because people don't take the time to find out where the people went after the separation. Exactly. It's saying in the Big Green Book that Yah was Noah. Exactly. But you would have to have wisdom and understanding to see it. I love using that verse when people talk about the religion's sheep in all folds. Come on. He got sheep in all folds. So just because you don't like what they saying or you don't understand, and that's normally what it is. You don't have any understanding. Just like I told y'all, a lot of what's the name? It's Proverbs and Psalms. Okay, Buddhism, a lot of that is scripture. Now, what they've started to worship afterwards, no different from us, no different from Christianity. They use the parts that they want and glorify that and leave the rest. Finding out Judas Thomas was sent to India by Jesus was mind-blowing. Exactly. And he was really sold over there, which is so crazy. Hey, T. Why do you keep typing the same stuff, Pumpkin? We know that. Are you listening to class? Do you have your book open, or are you just randomly typing stuff? We know that God is king. We know that Jesus is God's son. You don't have to keep typing those things. Are you listening, or are you just typing? Need you to focus on what we're saying. We do know that. That's why we're studying the word right now. Okay? Repetitive typing of just crazy stuff is going to drive me nuts. Thank you. If you don't want to listen to class, you can come back later. We're not talking about nothing you want to hear. You just don't be here. Okay? That's the easier thing to do. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Here we go. That is true not only of this book, but even of the law itself, the prophets, and the other books. The translations differ quite a bit from the original. So we know this. But is that probably why God said, seek and find? Do you think that God did that on purpose? That he gave one person a piece, and this person a piece, and this person a piece, so that you would have to go looking? Huh? You can't just look in the Hebrew, because there was things before Hebrew. and talk to each other. Exactly. You won't get it unless you go looking. Because before they were called the Hebrews, that came out of Heber, okay, there was another name for the people. So do we only just start where they start being called the Hebrews, or do we have to go further than that? Huh? If Abraham went, or Moses, or whoever went and lived among the Canaanites, do you think God had him over there and he just didn't tell them nothing? You don't think it was one person when they was in Babylon that got the word of God? When they were taken into Assyria and all of these other places as captives, did God quit using them because they were in captivity? Did he? He used them more. So then we should be looking in other places for the information. If God took them into slavery, if he made them move, they were nomads. You think they just carrying everything? Something's going to be left behind. You ain't never moved and moved out of a house or something and forgot that you put something in the top of the refrigerator, but it was too late. The landlord had already went and changed the locks and you can't get back in there to get it. So then the next person that moves in the house, when they go to open the cabinets over the refrigerator or in the attic, they find the things that you left. Now, some of those things might be useful to the people that were coming after you. Some of them might throw it away. They might not value it. But does that change the fact that it was there and that it was yours? No. You said me with my iron. Hello. You said in all other stories like Maccabees, the book of Melchizedek. Exactly. Exactly. You said that happened recently. Oh, okay. Does it mean that iron was not valuable because you left it? No, because they might have needed an iron. God might have had you forget it so they could use it. You said I still find these people's stuff a year later. Okay, facts, like the cane fishing poles that was found in the attic here in the new place. Oh, so you got some free fishing poles. Okay, and we've been talking about you need fishing poles, and so we have to fish. And God said, okay, leave them for my baby. She need them. I'm going through this right now. Laugh out loud. Okay. See? You see how this works? So you think every single book that sometimes they were running in terror, like the people that's being misplaced right now. They couldn't take everything. The people in Sudan, the people in Gaza, they had to leave things. And now those things are destroyed under the rubble. Do you think that's a new thing that's happening? This is why they go and they dig 200 feet down in the ground and they find scrolls and books and pottery and all sorts of things that people had to leave. You said that's crazy. When we moved into this house 6 years ago, there were fishing posts left here too. Because y'all fishermen of men's. So when we lose something, someone else may need it later. Exactly. Like when they left the word and they left the scrolls and they hid them in pots, and then we didn't. I'm about to show y'all a prime example of that. Is it in my room? Nope, here go a copy right here. Who knows where these were found? Can you tell me where and when these were found? And by me telling them that I have some important documents in the house. He gave me a free refrigerator and a lot more. Come on. In caves. Come on. Where in caves? How was they found and who found them? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. Was it in Greece? I don't think it was Greece. Was it Greece? I don't think it was Greece. I don't think it was Greece. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered between 1947 and 1956 in 11 caves near Kubet, Qumran, on the northwest shore of the Dead Sea. The West Bank? Interesting. Right. Now, how were they found? Who found them? Y'all remember the story? Earthen pots. Exactly. Who found them? A shepherd came across them first while searching. How old? He was a boy, though. Y'all know he was a boy. He was a Bedouin shepherd, but he was a boy. He was like 12 or 14, something like that. He was a boy. So how is it that those things were stored in that place in earthen pots for thousands of years, and then they were revealed to us? Are you happy they left them? He was searching for stray goats. Come on. Come on. Yeah. He threw a rock in there, making sure there wasn't no snakes in there, and heard something hit and crack, because he was looking for stray goats and sheep. He threw a rock because the echo of the rock will make the snakes come out, and he heard something crack, and he went in there and he found them. They had been hidden. You think God did that on purpose? For over 2,000 years or however long those scrolls have been in there in those pots. Left them for us. Just so happened. How many people walked past those caves in the last 2,000 years, y'all? Until the appointed time, the wisdom and knowledge and understanding was going to be revealed. Hello. So a shepherd like Jesus was searching for a lost sheep, like Jesus searched for us. If one out of the 99 is lost, Jesus will come find us. That part, he's always intentional. Too many to count. It's probably several different kings and queens that reigned over that area, and God kept that information tucked away until the appointed time. Invading armies probably was over there looking for information. God didn't let it be revealed. Okay? Same way, I've been in church however long, and God didn't reveal this stuff to me until the mid-2000s. 2009, somebody tried to tell me about it. I called him a devil because I was a 66er. And then 3 years later, I've been on it ever since. And I'm still finding, he's still sending information to us to fill in the blanks. Right? Huh? He's still sending us information. He's still giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But at his appointed time, it's going to come. When we need it, it's going to show up. Hello, when we're ready to receive it, it's going to show up. Okay? It's okay to read in different translations because God took people there and he changed their names and he let them be taken captive and all of those different things. He did that on purpose, so we have to go look it. So almost like a shepherd golfing, doing something involving rock-like projectile in a hole in the ground. Not Scottish though. Look at God. Amen. Come on, Blake. For a time like this. Come on. Come on. You hear it? So it doesn't always have to make sense to you right away. You said, I wonder how many of us like doing Mad Libs when we were younger. Me! Girl, I still might have a Mad Lib book around here right now. What you talking about? I still might have a Mad Lib in one of my bags for them kids. I still might have a Mad Lib book right now. Still love Mad Libs. You said I knew it, girl. Anything with a puzzle, do. Still love a good Mad Lib, honey. Still do. After the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in 1947, a year later, 1948, Israel was established again. That's true. Yep. And we looked at the 25 messianic prophecies on Tubi, right? And saw all the things that were happening that they weren't broadcasting across the world. So there was information that we found out about that. Good. Here we go. I came to Egypt in the 38th year of King Euergetes reign and stayed for some time. While I was there, I had the opportunity for a good deal of study and felt the necessity of translating the following book. Were the Israelites or the Hebrews in Egypt? A lot. And a lot of them rose to power in Egypt. So you don't think when Joseph was in Egypt, he wrote books? What about the Hebrew boys and Noah and all of these folks that went to these places? Not Noah. Y'all know. Did they write books while they was over there? Huh? Miriam was in Egypt. Do you think she wrote books when she was in Egypt? Because God told her that her little brother was coming, Moses. You don't think that her mama wrote that down, that her daughter had a dream, that they was going to have a child that was going to save them? Do you think it was written in Hebrew? Or do you think it was written in the language that they had to speak at that time? Coptic. Or whatever the language was. Because most times, if you're taking, look at what's happening right now. We got a president that's telling people they can't speak no other language but English. When English is made up of other languages. You sound foolish, but we're going to move on. So do you think that that's a new thing? How many of you in here speak another language except for English? Raise your hand for me. Right, Sarah. About to show you something. Sarah, you speak another language. Selena, you speak another language. You do, Auntie? You speak another language? Amber, you speak another language. Isabel, you do. Denise, Diana. Oh, shoot. You speak Chinese? Interesting. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Sometimes when you write, do you write in Spanish and in English? Have you journaled any of our classes, you, Riz? How? Girl, I didn't even know. Come on in. Sometimes do you write in English and sometimes do you write in whatever your native language is? Interesting. Interesting. You said pig Latin. You know what? Come here. Give me your arm. Give me your thing. Give me you speaking sarcasm too. Give me your arm. That's a language in itself. Give me your arm, Riz. Here. Cause I'm pinching. You ain't got much fat meat under there because you've been working it out. But them thighs is thick. I'll pinch you under there. Right there at the back, right by your knee. Give it here. Listen. Listen. She speaks a language of sarcasm for sure. Okay. So does it change the word? Hey, does it change the word because you wrote it in English or you journaled our class in Spanish or Chinese or whatever language? Does it change the class? It does not. Diana told us she's been translating our classes for years. Okay? She's been translating our English classes for years to people in South America. So there could be somebody 10 years from now to say, oh, there was a lady that was teaching us this and it was in Spanish, so there's no way that this English class could be the same. They stole it. It's not the real thing all the time. You said Pig Latin is excellent. Code, right. Code language, antibiotics, Hindu. Oh, you said French, Espanol, English, and Pig Latin. Come on. Do you hear me? She's been translating our classes. Isabel, I believe you've translated our classes into another language. Does that take away the fact that it was taught in English? No. The Bible has been translated in my native tongue, which is Crow, the Crow language, and our language is so precise that sometimes English words can't be described in Crow. Interesting. Do you hear that? So this man, Sirach, went to Egypt and got knowledge, but it had to be translated. You said that's really cool. We so smart. Exactly. Exactly. So we have people that have translated these classes into a language that another person can't understand. Doesn't mean they didn't get the information. Doesn't mean that they didn't learn about the giants and Adam and Eve and every single thing. It's been translated. So the same thing that was happening like on the day of Pentecost is still happening in this class right here. You don't think that's interesting? Hey, Pumpkin. You hear me? Yeah. We have people that live in Ethiopia that were in classes. Hello. And some of the people might not have even spoke English and they were translating it. Hello. So the wisdom didn't stop because there was a language barrier, did it? The understanding didn't stop because there was a language barrier. It just needed to be interpreted. And there might not be a word, like you said, in Crow, but you get to the closest that you can to that. So when people are like, oh, his name is this and his name is that, you don't think God knew. Seeing as how he's the one that confused the languages, that was going to, you got to look deeper. You got to have more understanding. More wisdom and more knowledge will help you understand that he knew his name was going to be changed. He knew the names of the prophets would be changed. But you know what he said wasn't going to change? His word. It's still going to be his word. Okay? Here we go. He said, I wanted to use all my diligence and skill to complete it and make it available for those living in foreign lands who wish to learn and who have the strength of character to live by the law of Moses. What does that mean? I'm going to read that again. While I was there, I had the opportunity for a good deal of study and felt the necessity of translating the following book. I wanted to use all my diligence and skill to complete it and make it available for all those living in foreign lands who wish to learn and who have the strength of character to live by the law of Moses. So why are we arguing over translations? And we are the foreigners. You don't think that the Holy Spirit can lead you to the deeper meaning of what that is? Because the whole entirety of the Bible, the regular Bible that we knew, it was not all written in Hebrew. Some of it was written in Greek. Some of it was written in Coptic. Some of it was written in Syriac. Some of it was written in all sorts of languages. Come on, sister. God can give you the understanding. The crazy thing is, people have said in their mind, "Oh, if I don't find it in the Hebrew, then it ain't real." Well, that's odd, because they was taken into Babylon, and right in your Bible it says that they were given a Babylonian name. And we've talked about this. And they couldn't speak their native language in that place, or they could be killed. Just like now, you could be picked up on the street for speaking Spanish or any other language that's not English. Nothing has changed. Daniel for sure. Come on. Meshach, Abednego. Come on. Come on. The same things are still going on. Somebody got to translate it. The Ethiopian eunuch in Philip. He could read it, but he couldn't understand it. But in Ethiopia, they speak Ge'ez and other languages. It's not Hebrew. Do that mean they don't got the word? No. As a matter of fact, they have the oldest canon, and it's not written in Hebrew. It's written in an Ethiopian language. And their Bible has stuff that our English Bible doesn't even have. Hello. So you have to have the wisdom, the understanding, and the knowledge to go deeper, to understand in a greater way. And God will lead you to it if you want it. Okay? All right. All wisdom comes from the Lord. Can you tell me what the word all means? All. What's the definition of all? Used to refer to the whole quantity or extent of a particular group or thing. You said Philippines, my friend said they aren't, said even their dialect is different in areas, right? I have a book called The 10 Tribes about the natives, and they have the same story of just Jacob wrestling with an angel of the Lord in it. Come on. Come on. Okay. Let me ask you a question. So hold on. All wisdom comes from the Lord. So the wisdom of Cain, the wisdom of Abel, Eve, Seth, Enoch, Irad, Enos, Mahuliel, Canaan, Methuselah, Lamech, Mahaliel, Tubal-Cain, Nahmah, Jubal, Ada, Jabal, Jared, Enoch, the other Enoch. Let's keep going here. Noah, Shem, Japheth, Ham, Arphaxad, or I believe that's how you say it, Eber or Heber, Peleg, Ru, Gomer, Magog, Madai, or I believe that's how you say it. Is this book ripping? I hope not. Tubal, Meshach, Terras, Terah, Nahor. Keep going. We just gonna go through Jethro, Isaac, Abraham, Sarah, Laban, Moab, Aminadab, Aram, Perez, Deborah, Barak, Gideon, Tola, Jair, Samson, Eli, Saul, David, all of the, oh, and wait, that's just the Hebrew. Here we go. Let's go down here. Midas, Panias, and I know I'm not saying all these right, Amenophis, Zerah, and a whole bunch of other names I can't pronounce. Oh, here we go down here. Movane, Yevane, Leovane, Yalvane, Pingvane, Numitor, Macedon, Creon. So the wisdom that they have, where did it come from? Huh? Jethro encompasses the entirety or total whole. Huh? Oh. Oh, okay. So that means that I could read Eusebius. I could read some information about somebody in Denmark. I can go to China or Asia or the Parthian Empire and find some information. And if it is wisdom, God gave it to him. He says, I reign on the just as well as the unjust. So you basically block yourself in when you don't go looking in other places. Because all wisdom comes from God. Even the wisdom that the Satanists think that they have, the secret knowledge, where did it come from? The ability to take an angel's sigil and write it on the ground, put the symbols on it, where did that come from? You said definition of all. Totally, what is that? Wild Corsa? Wanna talk to animals? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Horse whisperer. Okay. I don't know. Holy Spirit is your guide. Okay. We are all horse whisperers. What is dominion? Okay. I don't know. Some of that's a little weird to me. Huh? God and the fallen angels, but where did the fallen angels get it from? Did the fallen angels create anything? The wisdom that they shared with men that got them banned from heaven, where did it come from? It was secret knowledge of heaven. What does that mean? You said demon kids, that's all they created. Could God have stopped that? He could have made it so that the DNA never mixed. Right? Do you think that he knew when the fallen angels came down and slept with the women that they were going to create giants? Do you think he knew that? When he was creating DNA? Well, Curcosa is Spanish for everything. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Blake. I appreciate you. See? Understanding. Because I didn't know what you were saying just that quick. All right. So even the knowledge that the magus or magus think that is secret, the information that Jeffrey Epstein and all of the black popes and all of that have, they think it's something that is only known to them. And God created all wisdom and all knowledge, even the information that is used for Rome. This is why it's a sin, because they are taking things that God created and using it to sin against him, right or wrong. Who gave the angels their sigils? Who formed the alphabet that makes sounds? Who did that? Who made the sounds of the alphabet for them to even be able to chant a spell? The Phoenicians did what? What you mean? The Phoenicians didn't come up with the alphabet. Auntie, all wisdom. Because you got to think about it. Seth wrote. The angel came down and told Seth to write his mama's and daddy's stuff, right? That was in the 900th year of the world. So that means that there had to be an alphabet. Right. It's okay. I know what you mean. But remember when God had Seth write his parents' legacy? Where'd that come from? It had to already be formed or together in order for the angel to give it to Seth, right or wrong. We read this story together. So they didn't come up with nothing. That means that every language that is here, any word that has been formed, whether it be whatever, God already knew what was going to rhyme with truck when he made F and U and C and the last word. Did he not? Huh? I know that's a cuss word, but I said truck. Do you think that he knew that fertilizer, when people hit their toe and they say, eh! I mean, if he didn't want you to say it, he wouldn't have made the vowels and the sounds in order for you to be able to even curse. He knew that we would use words to sin against him, so why didn't he make us all mute? Do you think that he knew the ASL before ASL was a thing? He knew when he made our hand muscles, okay, that there were going to be some people that were nonverbal. So he made the fingers to be able to move to communicate as well, did he not? You think he had wisdom enough to know to make our hands move in a certain way so that we could form words? All wisdom. The wisdom that Satan is used and occultists use, scientists use, God had all of that already. They're catching up. We're catching up. Now, let's go into science real quick. There are people in China that have been working on stuff and they can't get it to work. But God put the answer in America in a little black person's mind. And the one key that they have been trying to find for 30 years in science, a little black boy from the hood got it. You think God did that on purpose? Why did he let them keep doing the same thing and trying new stuff and still not getting to the information until 1995 when a young man was born? And then in 2015, he came up with something that was the answer to do you see what I'm saying? And now their invention or their medicine or their whatever, now it will work. But they have to talk to him to find out how he figured it out when they've been working on it for 20 years. With all of the knowledge they have. You hear me? You said you not only don't enter into the kingdom of heaven, you prevent others from doing so with the keys. Your comment on secret knowledge. Okay? Strategy. Come on. So all knowledge belongs to God. He created everything. The things we see and the things that we don't see. The devil cannot take credit for secret knowledge. Even the spells, he can't take credit for that. Because in order for the fallen angels to teach spells, they already had to be somewhere. Yes or no? In order for them to teach magic, in Enoch it said that they taught the secrets of heaven. The secrets, it didn't say that they taught the secrets of hell. It says that they taught the secrets of heaven. How to open a portal, how to do this, how to do that. You hear me? You get what I'm saying? God wouldn't have been mad if it was something that he planned on everybody having already. And I asked y'all a question when we first started this. I said, where did magic come from? Because angels don't create anything. They are created beings as well. So all wisdom, all of it, comes from God. Now, what humans and demons and fallen angels take it and use it for is a different thing. No? They just do it wrong. Come on. Come on. All right. All right. It says, all wisdom comes from the Lord, and wisdom is with him forever. So because men got a little bit of wisdom, did that stop God from being the all-wise being? No, it didn't. Who can count raindrops or the sand along the shore? Nobody but God. Who can count the days of eternity? Nobody but God. How high is the sky? How wide is the earth? Nobody knows but God. They make estimations. They give their hypothesis. How deep is the ocean? Well, they thought it was a certain depth and just found out that there's an ocean underneath there. So what they thought they knew still wasn't right. Is it not? Is that not right? We just talked about this. That what they thought was the ocean floor, it's an ocean under there that's bigger than the ocean that we actually get to see. God knew. Did he not? Man didn't, but God knew. Hello, wisdom. Oh, okay. All right. How profound is wisdom? Nobody knows but God because he created her. Can anyone find the answers to these questions? No. You have to ask God. Wisdom was created before anything else. Understanding has always existed. Has anyone ever been shown where wisdom originates? No. Does anyone understand her subtle cleverness? Absolutely not. There is only one who is wise, and we must stand in awe before his throne. The Lord himself created wisdom. He saw her and recognized her value, and so he filled everything he made with wisdom. Only some things? No, everything. He gave some measure of wisdom to everyone, but poured her out on those who love him. If you fear the Lord, honor and pride will be yours. You will be crowned with happiness and joy. To honor the Lord is a heartfelt delight. If you give a long and it will give you a long and happy life. At the end of your days, all will go well for you. God will bless you on the day of your death. To fear the Lord is the first step to wisdom. Wisdom is given to the faithful in their mother's wombs. She has lived with us from ancient times, and generations to come will rely on her. To fear the Lord is wisdom at her fullest. She satisfies us completely with her gifts and fills our homes and our barns with all that our hearts can desire. To fear the Lord is the flower of wisdom that blossoms with peace and good health. I'm going to read that again. To fear the Lord is the flower of wisdom that blossoms with peace and good health. She sends knowledge and understanding like rain and increases the honor of those who receive her. To fear the Lord is the root of wisdom. Her branches are long life. Huh? Let me ask you a question. Have your body been healed? Has your mind been healed? Has your finances been healed? Have your children been healed? Your spouse, your mama, your grandma, your bald head granddaddy? Since there has been wisdom that has been added to your life, has your cabinets filled up a little bit more since you started to put wisdom and make that an important thing? What's going on when you got wisdom in your life about affairs of life and things like that? The scripture, what things were added? Was there lack before you had wisdom and now there's wealth? And I'm not talking about money stacked up in your bank. I'm talking about maybe you just don't ever be in a negative. But you have everything you need. Your bills are paid on time. Maybe you got a raise at your job. As soon as you started to study and understand and love wisdom and crave wisdom and understanding and knowledge, your life changed. Not only your life, but the lives of your children, the lives of your nieces, the lives of your mother-in-law, your husband, your cousin, whoever. You said yes and yes. Wisdom and the Holy Ghost are female. Why folks say women aren't impressed to God? Listen, listen. Important to God. Come on. Oh, okay. You said C. Oh, okay. Look at God. You see? You see that? Wisdom. Listen. Run to the bathroom. I need you to write down, thank God for his provision. Come on. I need you to write down 4 things that you learned here that changed your life. He has provided for me when I had nothing. Come on, Denise. You hear me? I need you to write down 4 things. It could be scriptures, whatever. If there was a scripture that changed your life, if there was a book that changed your life, somebody said Adam and Eve, the questions that, write that down on your paper. Okay? Don't write it here. Write it down on your paper. Time of day. I'll be right back. I need to plug this up. 35%, 8%. Yes, I do. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Write down 4 scriptures, 4 books, 4 whatever to change your life. through this and then I'm going to call my baby back. Good morning. It says, knowing wisdom, understanding, and knowledge has provided me with what I needed. All right, here we go. Let's get to the last of this. I know y'all got stuff to do, and I need to call that girl back. Okay, self-control. Who's gained self-control since you got wisdom? And I ask y'all this a lot. And that's not meaning that you're in control of everything, but you're more in control than you were prior to having the knowledge that you have now. You said facts. You, Danielle? Rika said, me. Me. Stuff that used to control you don't control you now. People can't move your emotions the way that they used to. They can't hit your buttons and make you go off. Now, we all a work in progress. Right, I've definitely got better. That's all we need is progress. That's it, that's all. Oh, okay. You, Miss Lindsay? Okay. Lolita? You, Bluehead? Miss Moore? Okay. You don't cuss people out? I don't. I be wanting to. But I have gotten better. Thank you, Lord. Because, baby, CERCA used to fly off the handle and didn't care. I deal with getting these teeth snatched out. I did not care. I was going to say what I wanted to say because for so long I held on to it. God said, it's another way for you to do it. Right. You didn't got better. You don't throw as many tomatoes at me no more. I know you've gotten better, sister. Hello. Getting better day by day. All right. It says there is no excuse for unjustified anger. How many of you have to ask God to help you? I had to ask him to help me this morning. I'm thankful for WRU Fellowship and Wise Counsel. Listen, I'm thankful for God, baby, because he helping us all. And we still are work in progress, every single last one of us. God is working on me now. I'm going through some things. And I'm like, I need you to help me. He said, I don't cuss people out no more. My father-in-law tried it. I was real respectful. He's blocked, though. Girl, I just had to block somebody this morning. You're getting on my nerves. Leave me alone. They hiding me, sister, big time. They are hiding me big time. Big time. And I'm going to say this in reference to that. And I say it all the time. Y'all see how everybody talking about these people eating human flesh and all the rituals and stuff that are going on? Do it tickle y'all a little bit that we studied this stuff? And people was telling y'all I was a witch for studying this stuff. Y'all need to quit listening to that lady. She's a witch. And now the world is finding out the information that God gave us. Every day I ask him to help me. Listen. I even down to the meat thing. Because wisdom comes from God. But some people reject wisdom. They don't want to hear it because it's not what everybody else is talking about. There's wisdom that people rejected from you because they felt like you ain't no pastor. So how you going to tell them? Whole time you was putting them on. Whole time you was trying to get them ready for what the world is seeing now, that cults are real, that magic is real, that beings are real. Call me crazy. I don't care. That part, Sarah. What my cousin say, I'll take a straight jacket and an extra large, please. I remember us talking about how illegals' fingers were getting stuck in the meat grinder. You ask us, do we think that that company is really going to stop the machines? Now look, sister! And that was in 2022 when I was telling y'all why I grind my own meat. And remember, people was on here telling me, oh, baby, I don't got time for that. I'm about to go to the store. I said, well, go to the store. If you like eating humans, then do that. And then that girl came out, the Spanish model said, they're eating humanos. You're not listening. They're eating humanos. Hello? Everybody called her crazy a couple years ago, and she came up missing. She was trying to tell us too. You said like every movie I've been watching in the past month has something to do with our classes and the Bible. Come on, T. Wisdom. Our classes are not random. You said, yes, I remember that video and haven't seen her since. Nobody has. People used to call me loco loco. You said, and I used to tell them, you were a fool. You are a fool. This part. I don't think you're supposed to call people fools. I had to learn that because I used to be like, but amen. You said I got just got done watching the Ritual movie, and the last thing that made me mad was, why did you eat his eyeball? Let's go there real quick. If you got to watch the Ritual Killer, is that not everything? Did y'all see the UN flash? They were showing you how they getting their power through magic, ancient African magic, baby. You said, heck yes. Oh, okay. Oh, I said the same thing. They became the ritual. Remember the movie Jeepers Creepers, where you get those peepers. The jeeper was eating people's eyes. Come on. I'm sorry, sis. To see, I mean, it's all right. You all right? It's okay. But he told that man he would eat his liver. What's that young black man that they stuffed him with paper? Who watched The Exorcist the show? And I told y'all, baby, when he said he will eat his liver, I said, hold on now, hold on. Ooh, shoot. Hold on, no. Kendrick. And then on The Exorcist the show, what was they doing to get power? They was killing the niggers in Chicago. Who remembers in like 2020 when they put all the guns, they was dropping off cases of guns in Chicago, AKs and stuff, just crates of guns sitting there. Y'all remember? Military grade. They needed the organs. I have a video of Stephen King of him saying how he has the heart of a little boy on his nightstand. Hello. Hello. In this storm of the century, who did the angel come to get? Hold on. Pet Cemetery. Talking about the stuff that the spirits that live down under the ground, and they be snatching folks under there, taking their kids. Hello. Now, ain't it crazy how when we was over here, we first got Stephen King looked like an animal or something, not wrapped too tight. Girl, don't he? You can see them spirits in his eyes for sure. He dang near be looking like the Pope people. Okay. Okay. Who remembers me asking y'all? I said, listen, this ain't for the folks that don't want to elevate. I said, I need you to go and watch these movies because they're going to tell you, goes to AA meetings. Listen, this is going to tell you what's happening right in front of your face. And people told y'all that you should not go watch shows like Evil. You should not go watch shows like Imaginary. You should not go, all the shows, the movies that I was asking y'all to go watch. Folks was telling her, oh, you going to let something in your house. Don't do that. Oh, okay, well then that's how the devil been able to get over. Yes or no? Because maybe God gave somebody the wisdom to tell on themselves so that we can know what's happening behind closed doors. That the Olympics is a whole ritual. That the football games are rituals. that every single concert is a ritual. Not knowing they already in there. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Eyes wide shut. Come on. When you fight it head on, it's not so scary. What's scary is letting it in unknowingly. I'm so sick of this world taking us through there. Listen, how many of you, hear me now, how many of you, before you came here and started studying the thing, you knew that the devil was real, you knew magic was real, whatever, but how many of you thought that it was this prevalent in our world right now? Be honest. Did you think it was this serious? Did you think it went this deep? You said you did? You said deeper. Interesting. Hey, auntie. Huh? Would you have even paid attention? You said yes because my dad and mom kept me hip. Okay. Okay. You were clueless. You said those shows have me understanding a lot of people, a lot of things that happen in my life. Okay, I used to tell my grandma it was because she was dating that Freemason that I was always looking for proof. Come on. You said I honestly didn't think magic was real. I'm just going to be honest with you. My silly self for separating magic and rituals. Uh-oh. To actually see what real is hits different. Come on. No, my eyes are open to the things around me. Okay. Okay. So who believed when I told y'all kids' teachers is witches? Some of y'all probably thought, this lady is crazy. Do you believe it now? When we started buying these books, it was people say, you don't need to buy that. Well, they teaching it to your kids because they witches and warlocks. And because you don't know, you wonder why your child is in the room doing spells, baby. I knew it was real, but I was in the dark and ignorance, walking blind. Everyone around me told me magic and witches weren't real. Uh-oh, I believed you. I believed it. Facts. We went to an R&B concert 2 years ago, and the group High Five came out in hooded black robes with smoke and red lights. I said, oh, my God, this is a ritual. Come on, Niecy Pooh. You said was stuck in the matrix. Teachers, nurses, doctors, all of them. I told y'all they need the organs for their rituals. They need the skin, the tissue, the pee, the blood, the teeth, the eyeballs. And he came and set the captives free, solidified it for me. Come on, Danny. What they be doing up in the Hollywood Hills. And now they talking about it everywhere. Every single thing that is in there. About them taking the children against their will, locking her in that thing, and making her do all this stuff. Ain't that what Allie Carter is talking about right now? The signs and symbols on people's houses. You said just a couple of months the doctors were trying to pull the plug on my sister's mom. I told her not to allow them to do it. I'm so grateful she listened because shortly after that she came out of the coma. Girl, why me and your twin just talked about, she said, Mom, if I ever go into a coma, don't let them take me off. She said, unless my body started deteriorating, your twin just said that. This was just the other day. Then you just you just said what I wrote down. Uh-oh. People call me weird, but I have all of Nathan's teeth he's lost in his first haircut because it's safe with me. Come on. They have a whole system and connections. Just like in the Midnight Disciples. Yep. I'm so glad that you had us watch those movies. It was eye-opening. Yep, because a lot of people losing their mind because they never seen them. I told my husband that about me as well. Girl, she just told me they had no clue how deep it really was. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Eyes open. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of why. Hello? I'm grateful to God. And like Sarah said, call me crazy. I don't care. You just don't know. But everything that everybody was telling us not to study in 2022 and 2023 and 2024, now everybody looking at it. Ain't they? Y'all on the internet. Ain't everybody looking at it now? You said I took organ donor off my driver's license. Come on, I bet y'all to do it, girl. I said, if you an organ donor, you need to take that off. Because they not going to save you because they need them organs. You said, I was just saying the same thing. I was sitting in the doctor's office Wednesday. My daughter went to plastic. What is it? A tiara show last night. She said she anointed herself and prayed over herself before she went. But last night she said she seen all the magic. Uh-oh. Oh. You said, sure did. Sure did. I bet y'all said, listen, if you love yourself, you said you took it out. Come on, wisdom. Come on, knowledge. Come on, understanding. Why they need to save you and they need your organs for what you call it? Rituals. I ain't went and looked at none of the videos, but I've been hearing people talk about them. And one of the things that stands out to me is this. They want the kids to be fearful. How many times have we talked about fear and that the demons feed on fear? It opens your children up to things. So you need to teach your children on what to do and not to talk to strangers and all of these different things, everything. Because fear ignites a certain hormone that they get. Oh, okay. The adrenal gland. Come on. I had no idea until God brought me here. I believe everything Dad tells you to tell us. Listen. So y'all know my family thought I was absolutely bad fertilizer crazy when I used to be telling them, you don't want to do that. You don't need to do this. Don't take this. Don't go there. Do you know what this symbol means? Do you know what that means? Girl, you getting too deep in it. You said, yep, fear does something to the blood that they like. Okay, because demons like fear. Made me think about when my mom passed. Her old job at the mines wanted her eye because she was a donor. And she was only 39 years old. Never opted into the organ donor. My sister be thinking I'm crazy when I tell her I teach my kids everything. Yeah. But now these kids can see. Hello? Hello? I'm grateful for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Lord has revealed, that Jesus has revealed to us, the Savior, the Creator. He revealed it to us so that we are not deceived. Hello. Here we go. All right. There is no excuse for unjustified anger. It can bring about your downfall. How many of you let anger stay in your body and it caused you some trouble when you could have just left it alone? You didn't even have to say nothing. You didn't have to react. You just had to leave it. It showed us in Stranger Things that they feed off fear. That's why he picked them. Come on. He said, oh, yes. It's okay. We all have said something. I told y'all why my stuff is gone. Right here. All of it. It's a reason I don't got them. Because I was going to say it. God said, yep, now you're going to experience some pain. See how much you smell it, folks, with no teeth. I used to do that, but not anymore. Okay, yes. Adrenochrome demons feed on negative emotions, light bearers, evil enters through the skin. Come on. Okay. Okay. It says, wait and be patient, and later you will be glad you did. Since you got here, anger almost destroyed my health. I don't pick up any sharp objects anymore. Come on, auntie. Me to missing teeth because I didn't know how to grab. Right. Listen. Wait and be patient, and later you will be glad you did. How many of y'all can raise your hand to that? I'm happy I didn't say nothing. I'm happy I didn't cuss you out. I'm happy I didn't even act on what I wanted to say to you, because if I would have, that would have cost me something. Hello. Okay. Keep quiet until the right time to speak, and you will gain a reputation for good sense. Me had high blood pressure for a whole year. Is this wisdom right here? Wait and be patient, and later you will be glad you did. Keep quiet until the right time to speak, and you will gain a reputation for good sense. People will not think you are a fool. Oh, okay. Wisdom has a treasury of wise sayings, but sinners have nothing but contempt for godliness. If you want to be wise, keep the Lord's commands, and he will give you wisdom in abundance. Fearing the Lord is wisdom and an education in itself. Do you agree? I was about to tell my daddy off today when he called me and told me he was moving back in, but Dad said, be quiet. Ooh. You said, there's no telling what I would have said. Uh-oh. Hello. Do you feel like the wisdom of God is an education all in itself? Huh? Better than a dang degree? Okay. He is pleased by loyalty and humility. Be faithful in the practice of your religion. Well, we know we're going to say relationship. When you worship the Lord, do it with all your heart. Be careful about what you say, and don't be a hypocrite. Don't be arrogant. You may suffer a fall and be disgraced. The Lord will reveal your secrets and humble you in front of everyone in the synagogue, because you did not come there with reverence for the Lord, but with a heart full of hypocrisy. Have we seen that happen? Because my old self, I would have probably went to jail, girl. Hello. Hello. He said, I'm not going to fabricate this. Listening to wisdom thing has been saving my behind. Girl, listen. Okay. I just told y'all a story the other day. I didn't do it on here. God told me 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012 that if I stayed with this man, he was going to unalive me. I didn't see the nigga from 2012 to 2021. Seen him for a weekend and didn't see him anymore after that. And exactly what God kept showing me night after night as to why he took my sleep. It happened. Now, who remembers me telling y'all about the night that he choked me and I woke up hot? And I knew if I would have died that night, I would have went to hell. Because I jumped up and got in the shower and started like trying to wash myself because it was hot. My body was hot. And I woke up and he was over me saying, please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Y'all know he set that woman's body on fire. Just found that out. He set her on fire. He set her on fire. Sure did. He set her on fire. Whew. Set her on fire. Hello. I just told this the story to my husband the other day about what happened to you. He was almost in tears. Listen. He set her on fire. After he killed her, he set her on fire. Okay? He strangled me December 24th of 2011. And he killed her between December 26th and December 28th of 2025. 4 to 5 days later. What, 14 years later? Huh? And every single night that we were in the bed, I would wake up saying, you will kill me. You will hurt me. Every night. Over 1,075 days, baby. Not one night that I was in the bed with that nigga that I didn't have a dream that he was trying to kill me, hurt me, cut my hands up, something. I'm trying to tell you. Wisdom. When I seen him after however 12 years, looked this nigga in his eye and broke down crying and said, you will hurt me. And he said, girl, you tripping? I said, no, you will hurt me and hurry up and I gotta go home. Huh? And then July of last year and October last year, I dreamed about the man 5 times. 5 is grace. And in December, exactly what he did to me, he did to somebody else at the same exact time of year, in the same week. And he said, you will be living in the darkness, and I will be laughing all the way to the south. That's exactly what he did. Because they dumped her body in the dark. I'm trying to tell you. You hear me? Me too. Wisdom. He kept telling me I was crazy. God kept telling me, I'm showing you what's in his heart. I'm showing you who he is. Don't look at that fine body with the chocolate and the pretty teeth, baby, and the nice lineup and the muscles and all of that. You better look into the heart of the person that you are dealing with. And in my heart, I mean, I don't want to spread no. I don't feel like that's the only one. I really don't. I feel like it's gonna come after this some more. I'm telling you. And I could be wrong, but it won't leave me that that's not the only one. Hit my homeboy up and said, remember I told you such and such? He said, yeah. I said, well, it happened to somebody. He said, man, you always used to tell me the darkness you saw in him and around him. I said, exactly. You said, that's why I'm single now. I told him I'm scared of him. I don't want no problems. Listen. And used to tell me all the time, nigga, you will not be here. Quit playing with me. I ain't worried about none of that. So this is why when I tell y'all, I be scared to date too. Because the devil that's been chasing me since I was a little kid just hops in and out of bodies. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? The devil has tried to take my life several times. The first time I was strangled until I couldn't almost breathe, it was my mother. And she told me, I will unalive you. If my stepfather didn't come in and take her hands off my throat, I would not be here. She has pulled knives on me, woke up on the side of my bed, and she's telling me I could have killed you in your sleep. So when I say I don't play with the devil, hello. He said, just like falling, he will get into whoever he needs to get to you, right? And this is why I don't be letting people in my personal space, because I don't know who you is. The same spirit that used to use my mother's eyes to torment me, I've seen it in other people's faces. More times than I can count. Do you understand? I told y'all about the man in 2001 that told me he'd take me out to California and put little slits on my body and take my kids. He said, then I'll come stand over you and watch you die, pour bleach in your wounds, send you in a shock. So these are different people. Hello, I've been stalked more times than I can count. It's not a game. When I moved to Indiana, the man that I moved there with said, you don't remember me from a few years ago? I've never met you before now. He said, no, you used to cry for me. Come again? It was 2 years since I had dated, huh? He said, you don't remember you used to cry for me? Nobody knew that. I didn't even know you 2 years ago. Hell, I didn't know you three months ago. What you mean? And I called my old pastor. She said, baby, that spirit has followed you to Indiana from the West Coast. Found a new host. You said me either. Once you see how the devil moved, and like you said, how he jumped in and out of bodies, yeah, I'm not playing around. Listen, I saw that spirit in my mama too, and others. I totally understand. I'm trying to tell you. Whoever got an open door, he'll use them. So if y'all wonder why I be by myself, that's why. Because the people that told me they love me are the same people that tried to take my life. It's spooky. And I'm not putting my mama down. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Me too. Me too. That's why I say I can't play with this thing. This is not a joke for me. It's not a, oh, I'm saved. Oh, okay. Well, you go on and play with the devil and act like you don't want to learn how he works. I have to know. I have to. I done been in front of serial killers. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's spooky. Most of the people that I meet in person, a lot of them, certain situations, they end up on the news. Nash, I told y'all about the little boy that I let in my house and I was raising him, and he's the one that ended up killing Amanda Blackburn. That little boy slept in my house for 2 months, and he made worldwide news for killing that white pastor. And my ex-husband called me and said, you know, Larry is the one that killed the pastor. I said, what Larry? He said, the Larry that you was letting live in your house. And my godmother called me and said, baby, you need to get that boy out of your house. You don't want him to hurt you, try to kill you, or rape your daughters. And guess what happened? He raped somebody and he killed a lady and her baby. That was in I met him in April of 2014. He moved in with me July, August 2014. And in 2015, he killed that woman. And him and his friend killed a Mexican dude over $10. Hello. I told y'all, because he was coming in the house late, and I said, boy, the robbers is breaking in. You need to be in here before 10:30. He said, my dukes, ain't nobody, the robbers ain't coming in here, because the robber is already in my house. He was the robber. Hello. And when my godmother told me, you need to get him out your house, I said, baby, mother, he ain't. She said, baby, you don't know what's in him. He was 17 years old. I've talked to the demon in my husband. Saw his eyes go black and saw it completely take over his body. Girl, that man laid next to me, and I saw a red glow in the silhouette of his body. This. People don't believe that right there. So when I tell you I done looked into the face of death more times than I want to remember, in real life. In real life. This is why I don't care that people don't believe. You remember that story about Amanda Blackburn? Look, watch this. I'm about to show you something. Just in case y'all don't believe me. Hopefully she answered. Are you asleep? Okay, I'm on live, but I need you to tell a story for me. Okay, hold on. Where were we living when we met Larry?
In a hotel.
Did he move in with us?
Yeah.
Where did he sleep when he slept in our house?
On a couch.
After he moved out with us and we moved in that apartment, don't say where, Pops called and told me what? Do you remember? That Larry was the one that did what? Do you remember what he did?
I think he killed the pastor's wife and baby or something like that.
And he shot a person over there in that area, the Mexican guy, for $10, right?
Yeah, wasn't it the parking lot of Target or something?
So let me ask you a question. When Mom dealt with him, how did she talk to him?
Like he was another one of your sons.
And then we ain't gonna say her name, but my godmother called me and told me to do what?
Pray over the house.
And get him out. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to leave right before we went where?
Wasn't it to Disney?
It was to Disney. Do you remember his mother begging to let him stay at our house? And she said she would pay me to let him stay in our set.
I do.
You remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Bye. Hello. That little boy made worldwide news. And there's some others that made worldwide news. And I interacted with them right before they made news. National news, worldwide news. Do you understand? You said, geez, right. He was living in my house. And his mom offered to pay me to let him stay. I said, he can't stay. Once my godmother gave me the information I needed, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, I said, baby, you gotta go. I'm sorry, but you have to leave. He said, my Dukes, please don't do. I said, listen, I know, but you can't stay. You gotta go. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You hear me? It's a real thing, and I'm not doing that to get no clout. I'm telling you how close things have been to me. And this is why I be like, You said that's why I left New York. I knew my ex was going to take me out. Girl, people don't be believing. They be thinking they crazy. I'm not crazy. God is talking to me. Hello. In real life. And I love that little boy like you. I used to be yelling at, what is you doing? Get in here and get this kitchen clean. Man, my Dukes, you always tripping. I said get in here and get this kitchen clean. He said, now I see why you said you don't want to deal with no celebrities or regular people. Yeah, because I done dealt with both, and all of them crazy. I done been stalked by NFL players. Listen, y'all, I'm trying to tell you. So understand. I know y'all think I be crazy, but baby, I didn't sink the devil. In real life. You hear me? We definitely will pray for you, Auntie. We definitely will pray for you. Y'all pray for Auntie Lucille. She lost her sister yesterday. You said, yep, I left Philly and moved to Tampa for 10 years. Listen, I'm sorry to hear that, Auntie. I'm waiting on the news about my uncle right now. He on life support too, and they said they're not going to restart his heart. So I definitely understand. Whew. Everybody said their deepest condolences. He climbed in my window and was in the closet when I got home, and that was after he did 2 years for hurting me. Girl, this. So you done had a nigga in the closet too that done broke in today? Girl, listen, I don't want no parts of it. You said, me too, CERCA. I dated one and learned. Listen, because the devil don't care who he use. Do you understand? The devil do not care who he uses. He will use whoever he want to come get you. Do you hear me? Yes. Listen, it's a real thing out here. When you meet people, you need to ask God what is in them. Ask him to show you what is in the people that you interact with. Do you hear me? Auntie, everybody said they are definitely sorry for your loss. And we definitely going to be praying for God to comfort you. You said, I dreamt about my ex trying to kill my grandbaby, and then just recently dreamt he was trying to kill me. You better pay attention. Because it don't have to be him. It could be somebody else in your life. A person you got around you that you would never think will hurt you, honey. It don't have to be him. It could be somebody else that has that same spirit. Because sometimes God will show you that person's face, But it's not that person. It's another person around you. And not that he wants you to be paranoid. He wants you to be aware. Okay? You ask God about the people around you. If you don't, it could be your life. That's why I don't care. People like, oh, you're just you. It must be something wrong with you. It ain't nothing wrong with me. That's why I don't date. Nigga, it's something wrong with them. I woke up and that man was standing over me. I jumped up and said, I'm not going to do. You said I'm not going to do you nothing. What you jump? He said, I'm not going to do nothing. What you jump? Girl. So now we didn't all. The nigga was in the closet. I woke up and he was standing over me and my kids. And then told me the window in my daughter's room never even locked. He said I could have been in here. This the same nigga that used to be outside my window. I told you I had to clean off the glass because he didn't kick the dang TV through the door. Through the window. And I never got to pick that glass up. And I would go out there and his boot prints would be, I done told you, I done woke up, a guy said, don't move, he outside your window. And I go out there the next morning, there'll be a letter in my car, letter in my mailbox, and boot prints on the side of my house where nobody could see. Listen, I know all about it because they like to put fear in you and creep around like cats. This nigga's like a ghost. No. God, please help me. That's why I'm married to the Lord. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to be married to the Lord to the end of time, baby. I don't want no parts of it. I just said forget that dating because, baby, these spirits is running rampant. You said this is why I'm okay when I have to release people or they leave because Dad knows who they really are and their motives. Come on, definitely like that. People are saying, girl. I told you that Grandma named him Ancient Fiery One for a reason, honey, and he is living up to every bit of it. I'm telling you, I was just thinking that and telling my kids that I'm good. I'm trying to tell you, why would you want me to be stalking people like that? Because the devil is a hunter. That's what he do. He hunt people. And I ain't gonna lie and say I don't still have love for the man because I do. Because there was a lot of things that I shared with him, but baby, I don't love the spirit that's in him. And the devil kept tricking me with that fine face he had. Because the nigga fine. I ain't even gonna hold you. He real fine. But that's what kept getting me was that skin and them pretty white teeth and the knowledge that he had in there, baby. God, oh Lord, and then the voice deep, baby. Listen, was taking me on through there, but he also took me on through there too. Took me right on through there. Sure did. Had me living in fear for years. Nigga had PTSD. Still got PTSD. What you mean? They say the devil shows up looking like everything you want. Girl, he did. And showed up more than one time, too. Goodness gracious. Woo! And was there to take my life. You hear me? Was. Purple pineapples and pink peacocks. Right, auntie? That's why I stay out the trees. I can't. I don't want no parts of it. You don't want me to be here. You do not want me to be here. You want me to be somewhere else. We have lived and learned. Auntie lady, I'm telling you, and that spirit will trick you. It will be behind them beautiful teeth, girl muscles, and beautiful chocolate. Just as fine as he want to be. And then he got a very white boy. Hello. Oh! What is you doing? You said, is you looking for him to show up today? That's not funny. I just told y'all he on the run for unaliving somebody. That's not a joke. Nothing about that is funny to me right now. Evidently, you ain't been in class. That's not funny. Not at all. None of that is a joke to me. Because that man is on the run right now. Nothing's funny. And somebody already told me that I could be on his hit list. Not funny at all. Not a joke I'm laughing at. Not today. Okay, so then why would you joke like that? My life is potentially in danger. Why would you even think that's funny? Nothing about it is funny. This is my life, my soul. Some jokes you shouldn't tell. Anybody else? No, you all right. I wasn't talking to you. I know we related because those are mine too, Auntie, especially that deep baritone voice. Right. I don't know why you think none of this is funny. None of that's funny to me. If you want to know, I broke down crying to my godmother yesterday. That's why I wasn't on here. You don't know what's going to happen because God already showed me a vision of him showing up at my door. What folks is going to quit doing is making jokes about my life. We're not going to do that. Anyway, I'm about to go. And this is why I don't be telling people my business and whatnot because folks think they can make a joke out of my life. It's not. This is not a laughing matter. Nothing about it is. Whew. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm about to go call my baby back. Oh, for those of you that ask about my daughter's thing, I don't know how to share this. Yeah. Yes, I love y'all. To those of y'all that wanna, I know some of y'all said y'all wanted to get some stuff off my baby's baby list thing. I don't know how to share it here because there's not like a code. So I'm going to put it under this class, the link to her baby thing. I'm gonna put it as a what do you call it? Like I'm just gonna put the link to her baby registry in under this class, okay? And so I'll just put Eliana, and then y'all know that that's her baby link, okay? And I appreciate everybody that does. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's okay. God gonna provide, but to the hyperlink, right? Because I thought they might have a scan code or something by now, but I guess they don't. And I've been telling her, and y'all been asking me, so I'm gonna put that under there for those of you that are able to. Thank you, and if you can't, don't even worry about it. God got the rest of it, okay? But I do appreciate y'all that want to bless my little piglet. Okay, so I'm gonna go because my nerves just got real bad real fast. So, and I've been trying to keep off the meds too. Please leave me alone. Okay, I love y'all. Yep, I might not be back on here for a day or two. You can, and I'll just send it. Some people have done that. Some people have said it was for her, and I just sent it to her, and she does. So somebody sent some money recently for her. It was, well, I ain't gonna tell the business of who sent it, but somebody sent some money, and I sent it to her. She went right out and got him some stuff. So there's that. I love you right back in real life. I do. I do. Yep. And I sent it to her, and she sent the pictures of what she bought and stuff. So they not irresponsible. You ask God about people. He has given us already the tools for discerning spirits. You can see them, hear them, feel them. Don't sound right. It ain't it. Spirits hop around. They sure do. Yeah. With everything going on, I understand. We understand. Thank you, because it is a lot, and I've been trying to keep myself together, but the devil's been trying to put fear on me and anxiety and all of those different things. So I'm going through some things myself, y'all, and in a whole bunch of different ways. And I'm not looking for no woe is me. I try to just, but if I don't got it in me today or whatever, I don't have it, right? And I definitely don't have time for people to play about my livelihood. It's not funny. I know it did. It did. I'm sorry. It's all right, sister. It's all right. Yes, right. So, it's weird. Silly self. Just some stuff you shouldn't say. I don't know. Just because you have a mouth don't mean you need to use it. So I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Again, I'm gonna put her hyperlink under this show. This show is, what is it? Oh, that just ruined my whole everything. Uh, Whatever this class is from today. I'm gonna put her hyperlink under here. So I love y'all.